Going on, everyone? So as expected, Team USA wins the gold, and as expected, we're led by two Lakers. Both LeBron James and Anthony Davis were both spectacular in this game, and we're going to dive into both of them specifically here in a moment. But just in general, this was a great run, right? I mean, they were tested a couple times. There were moments where it kind of felt like, like the Serbia game. You played them three times. It's hard to beat anybody three times. And then it's like they just kind of flipped the switch. Like how much of it was just like them, just so much talent. They're just kind of coasting. And it's like, all right, we got to turn it on and win this game, right? But, there were a couple games where like you had to have the LeBron heroics. Most of those were like exhibition games where it's like, they're just trying to get out of there healthy rather than like blow teams out. And we kind of got into the Olympic Games and it was went kind of how you expected against, like South Sudan and Brazil and all of them. Like Serbia was the only one that really like truly was like, Team USA should probably lose this game, right? They were the only ones that was like, what are we doing here? And then you just saw that switch flip on, and then Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Joel Embiid also. But the three old guys really, they were the ones that closed it down the stretch. So, how much of it was, again, just them turning it on. I do worry about the future of USA basketball, right? Because, I mean, if you look at like the top, like 7 out of 10 players. It's like, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Luka, SGA, Victor Wembanyama is going to be there at some point, right? Like, you just kind of go down the list and it's like, man, like the top 10 in the NBA might be all foreign players, right? Where Team USA, it's like, who's going to run it, going forward? I mean, Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who he was kind of terrible these Olympics, although he didn't get much opportunity. But, you got Tyrese Halliburton. But, I do think that there will be that guy or two, like Cooper Flagg. What does he do when he comes in? I think there will be a guy or two that right now we don't really think about, right, that will emerge, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, this guy's an all-star? Oh, wow, this guy's a star? Like, it's usually how it goes. Like, SGA, nobody was talking about SGA until all of a sudden, boom, one year it's like, oh, man, this guy's unbelievable. Anthony Edwards, right? Like, he was like under the radar. People were kind of like, oh, yeah, he may be good. And then he just had that year where it's, oh, man, here you go. Hopefully it's a couple Laker guys, right, for the future of the Lakers also. But I do think that there will be, couple guys at least that'll emerge over the next 4 years that'll be a star or all-star level talent. But I really did like the collective effort by Team USA. Everybody played a role, and everybody that played their role played it well. I mean, everyone kind of had their moments in particular that played. I mean, even guys like Drew Holiday. I mean, Drew Holiday was excellent in this game, right? But like Drew Holiday, Derek White, like these guys just being the kind of defensive pieces and, just handling the open shots and knocking down the threes, right? Like, Embiid, he had his struggles early on, but then he really emerged, kind of came to his own. Kevin Durant, he gets off of injury. He comes in and boom, he just gets back in the swing of things. Steph, it was like, man, is Steph washed? Like, what's going on here, right? Like, he's a liability defensively. He can't buy a bucket offensively. Like, what are we doing? And then boom, he just turns on, right? He has the great game against Serbia. Third quarter in this game was like fantastic, right? Like, everyone kind of played a role. But at the end of the day, it's that guy, right? The guy behind me on the poster. He was the guy. He led the charge. He was the best player. I mean, the best player in the world. People talk about Jokic being the best player. LeBron James, in the fourth quarter of that game, said, not only will I guard him, but I'm also going to outplay you too. I'm going to out-rebound you. I'm going to score as much. Just did everything, right? He was the MVP. Hands down, far and away. He was the best player in the world. He did everything and controlled and dictated, even in this game, did everything and controlled and dictated the game. From scoring when he needed to score, to making plays and wheeling and dealing, helping on the glass, helping to defend, right? I mean, the guy was doing everything you could ask for and more. I mean, you have a team full of superstars, literally superstars, like the best players on every team in the league, all on one team. And they all deferred to LeBron James, right? They all just said, hey, LeBron, put us on your shoulders. Let's go. And LeBron did. I mean, LeBron saved us numerous times. And look, said this before, I'm going to keep saying it. Appreciate it while it's here. Whether you love LeBron, whether you hate LeBron, whether you think he's the greatest player ever, second greatest, not even in the top 10, however you feel about LeBron, appreciate him while he's here. Appreciate him while you have him, because you are witnessing history. If you are a real basketball fan and love the game of basketball, you have to love what LeBron's doing, right? You don't have to like him as a player. You don't have to anything, but you have to respect what he's doing. We've never seen anything like this. This is history, genuine history. And he's doing it on the biggest stage, like literally. There's always the argument and debate of, the NBA, they're not world champions and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Team USA is. Team USA just won. LeBron James was the best player in the world. He is a world champion, right? Ran through the world on the back of this guy. Like, again, he was everything and more for Team USA. And again, it just shows how good he is and how he still has plenty left in the tank. And the Lakers need to do some stuff. They really do. But Anthony Davis, too. Get Anthony Davis out here just gobbling up boards, hitting shots, getting put back. I mean, just doing everything. Locking down defensively, just monster on the glass, getting shots, getting buckets where he can. I mean, Anthony Davis did it all, and he did it all of the Olympics, right? Like literally start to finish. Anthony Davis was him. Anthony Davis was that guy. He was the best overall center in the Olympics. Again, Joel Embiid had his moments, and he deserves credit for that. But I'm talking about from the first exhibition game to the gold medal game. Anthony Davis was that guy. Anthony Davis was arguably the second best player overall in the Olympics, right? Again, guys had their spotlight, right? Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, like all these guys had their game, had their moment, right? This was really a collective effort. But Anthony Davis, his impact on the game and his consistency from, again, first exhibition to the gold medal game, and his impact and how the game just changed. I mean, Steve Kerr was playing him over Joel Embiid most of the Olympic games, and then even in this game, right? Because he was just the better matchup. And he was the best big man that Team USA had. He was, again, arguably the second best player on the Olympics behind this guy. And both of those guys are on the Lakers, on a team full of superstars. The two best players, the two most consistent players were both Lakers, or are both Lakers. Again, I've said, I don't know how you watch those two and go, nah, we're good, right? Could we win a championship as currently constructed? Sure. I don't think anyone would be shocked if the Lakers won a championship, even as currently constructed, especially if JJ Redick and the coaching staff actually turns out to be a good coaching staff. But to not really have that urgency of like, hey, we can win a championship or two here before this guy retires, right? Like, why wouldn't you go do that? Now, again, I'm not like Jeremy Grant. Prices are very high, right now. So I get it. Like, I don't think you just do a trade just to do a trade. But I do think that the Lakers need to have a sense of urgency to get some type of trade done, to get something done, right? I don't think you can just stand there and just let it go as is. Obviously, if nothing's there, you can't make a move. But if something develops, you got to get that done. But this was a spectacular game. You got to credit France. They were the home team, right? Team USA going up against the monster, the Avengers, that is Team USA. And, seeing LeBron James, the face of the league the last 20 years, going up against the new, most likely face of the league in Victor Wembanyama, who could potentially be the face of the league for the next 15, 20 years. It was so much fun, right? And both guys genuinely put on a show. Both guys were genuinely excellent. It was so much fun to watch. Victor was great. Can't take anything away from him. 20 years old. I mean, dude, the Spurs are gonna be tough. The next 20 years, man. Victor is just he's a beast, man. He really is. And it was awesome to see kind of the previous generation going into the new generation head to head. But Team USA, play the home team in the Paris Olympics, and they get it done, right? As they should have. I mean, that's what was expected. Concerns about the future of Team USA basketball, but I think it'll all work out. I think we'll be fine. But let's go. Let's get it done. Congratulations, Team USA. Congratulations to LeBron. Glad we got this worked out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What'd you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? How'd you feel about Team USA and their run? What'd you think of LeBron James and Anthony Davis and their level of play? Were you impressed? Were you this was expected type thing? Do you think that there should be a sense of urgency with the Lakers to get something done? What'd you think of Victor Wembanyama versus LeBron James? What'd you think of Team USA getting the gold, baby? However you feel, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.